everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I've been knitting on over the past week. Today is Sunday, November 9th, 2025, and this is episode 114. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. I'm also hosting a Ravelry Make-a-long. It's a Scrappy Make-a-long, so the link will be in the description box below if you want to go check that out. And today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. It is currently 51 degrees outside. When I woke up this morning, it was 19 degrees when I checked at about 7:30. So it has warmed up, but our mornings are getting a lot colder. So today I have one finished object and 4 works in progress I want to talk to you about. Let's start with what I am wearing. I am wearing my No Frills sweater by Petite knit. I knit this a couple months ago, and I used Blackbird Sycamore yarn held with a mohair from Malabrigo, and I used the color, oh, I don't remember. It will be linked on my project page in the description box. All the patterns, the projects, and everything I use will be linked in the description box below. Feel free to leave a comment if you don't find what you are looking for. So let's start with my finished object. My finished object today is one you have not seen me work on yet. If you notice from the thumbnail, I have this beautiful pair of pink socks. I made these for one of the girls I work with. She's doing her student teaching this year, and she's working with our first grade team, and this upcoming week is her last week with us. So I made her a pair of socks. She will not be leaving the school, but she will be leaving the first grade team. She was a para in the kindergarten classroom, and now she's gonna go back there. But I did the second breakfast pattern by Witchery. I started with a German twisted cast on. I did 64 stitches, and I did a 2x2 ribbed cuff for 20 rounds. I did 70 rounds of the pattern, slip stitch heel flap, and then finished off the foot. I used, let me get my bag. I used this bag to keep them in. This is my Needles Crafts bag, and I used a Tiltorch Knits skein that I had for a while. This was in one of her mystery bags she did a while ago, so it was just like one-offs, and this is closest to the color Hot and Fun. This is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards per 100 grams, and I still have this much left over. These weighed exactly 69 grams, so I've already started off the month with minus 69 grams. So what else can I tell you about these? I really like this 2x2 ribbed pattern. It's a broken rib, easy to follow, and it just leaves them squishy one of the ladies I worked with, I did this pattern for her for Christmas, and she said she really liked it, so I decided to do this one again. So let's move on to works in progress. The first one I have is, I have one finished object and 3 works in progress. Okay, so the next my first work in progress is my Musselburgh hat. I have been working on this while I edit, and I was right here last time, and I did do a few more rows, a few more rounds. I like how this is working up the pulling and the flashing and all of the things. I got the window open and I can hear the dog playing with his soccer ball outside. So if you hear that, that's what that is. So this is the Musselburgh by Ysolda Teague. I am using a US size 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. I have these on 16-inch circulars, thick circulars. I started out on Magic Loop when I cast on. I did all of my increases and then switched to 16-inch circulars. I am using Ridiculous yarns in the color Witch's Brew. I'm doing the adult small, and my gauge is 8 stitches per inch. This is a Halloween color, but I think I like it, and I think I want to use it all year. So we'll see when I get done how often I wear it. The one I made a couple years ago, I do wear it all the time. I had to buy a gleaner so I could clean off some of the peeling on it. Then the next thing I worked on was my garden cardigan. This is a Sassy Sacks by Yadi, and my garden cardigan I am using some drop in my yarn. Drops Kid Silk Mohair, and this is the color 18, and I think on the website I got it off of, it said the color was apple. And I'm using Blackbird Sycamore yarn in the color Mocha Mars. I think this is the 2025 Yarn in the Tail exclusive colorway, so you can only get that at the Yarn in the Tail in Rock Springs. And I've made quite a bit of progress on this. Let's see. Last time I was right there. I did a couple more of the lace rounds and I am almost ready to bind off. So I worked on this on, I think, Sunday and Monday, or just Monday. And then on Tuesday, I pulled out this skein of yarn to work on these socks, and I worked on these Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I knit these in a week, and so nothing else got worked on after I started that. So it's got this beautiful lace that goes all the way down. The button band is worked at the same time. So after I finish my sleeves, I will be done. I think I'm really going to love this. I moved my camera today so it's at a different angle, and I have a table in between me and the camera, so I can't get as close as I had been getting. So I worked on those, and then yesterday as I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw that Wool & Pine had a new pattern out. It is a brioche cardigan, and I saw it and I said, I need that. I'll pop in a picture right here. And I said, I need that. I have all my green scraps, but I just finished a green cardigan. I want a purple cardigan. Let's go see if I have enough purple scraps. So I got out my purple bucket. I weighed them, and I was short by like 100 grams. I do have some purple in my basket to put in my Cozy Memories that probably would make up that 100 grams. But I have to get it in my Cozy Memories before I can use it. And so I grabbed a full skein of yarn and tossed in that bucket and weighed it, and I had enough. And so I put all my purple scraps in here, and you start the shoulders with garter. So you start a garter panel for both shoulders. You connect the back, and then you start working in brioche. So this is what I have so far. You use 4 strands of fingering weight yarn throughout. The garter part has all 4 strands, and then the brioche you hold 2 strands together for your front color and 2 strands together for your back color. I was debating on whether or not I liked how this was working up, and now that I see it on the screen, I think I love it. So I have just this much. I started working on it Saturday night. Yes, Saturday night yesterday. I did my garter panels, I cast on and connected them, and then I started in the brioche. So I'm kind of excited. I have never done a full brioche sweater before. I think I've only done brioche in the Stephen West Mystery Knit-alongs. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've done brioche. So now I'm going to do an all over brioche cardigan. I think the panels right here for your shoulders are in garter, and then the cuffs are in garter, and then you have like a shawl collar that you do in garter stitch. And so I have all of this lovely purple yarn. I have some light colors. I have mostly dark colors. I decided this is purple. It's kind of a pinky purple. I've got a couple of those pinky purples that I took from my pink box that I didn't want to put in my Marled Magic blanket yet. And then I have like these dark, moody purples. And then I grabbed this skein of Hypnotic. This one is Shroom with a View from September. I've got a couple sparkly ones in there. I don't know if I'll throw those in. And then as I work through, I might end up with some more purples after I use what is in the box for my Cozy Memories. But this is going to be so squishy, so soft. I think I'm gonna love it. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I've done enough half fisherman's rib that I kind of know what to do if I drop a stitch or miss a strand. So I can kind of fix that if it's only on the row below. If it's not on the row below, I might have to take back a row, just because I'm not that confident in dropping down and fixing something and then getting all the stitches back where they need to be. Not there yet. I'll get there, but I'm not there yet. So that was all that I worked on. These socks took most of my knitting time. I cast on Tuesday night and I finished the toe on the second one this morning because I really, really wanted to finish or cast on that cardigan. It is the Hearthside cardigan by Wool and Pine. It will be linked with my project page in the description box below. So now let's talk about what I got in the mail. The first thing I got this week was my Woolens and Nosh Advent. This was her inspiration this year. This came with the Advent. Then the Woolens and Nosh Advent always comes in a bag. I have my, fell off the table. I have my 2023 and 2022. I got this. This is my 2022 Advent. You have a main color, and then the main color is also the mini that comes with it, and you have that color in between every stripe. So as you're working on your socks for the day, you work until that color starts peeking out of the bag again, and then you stop, so you don't know what tomorrow's color is. And so I think these are so fun. I missed last year's, so this is 22, 23. I missed 24, and this one is 25. They were all sold out last year, and I was not able to get one. So this year, the mini skein, I'm going to show it, is this color. And so I will cast on my cuffs with this, and then it is also coming out of the bag, and it is, I don't know if it's a center pull. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at my other ones either. And so you, this is all ready to go for the first day. You just start working until you get to the main color again. This is the fingering weight one. There was some DK weight, and I think there was 2 options for the fingering weight. When I did my order, I think there was only 1 option. I saw on Instagram a few days ago, so I don't know if they're still available. She had some leftovers that were maybe not quite a full skein, or maybe the the dye didn't take as well, and so she has those seconds that might be offered on her website still. I'm not sure. They go fast though, so I'm not sure if that's still available. And then the next thing I got in the mail, my Yarnable came in, and so I got the Yarnable for November. It is Wild Currant. I really want to cast this on in a pair of socks. And then I got this big box, and this is my Blackbird Sycamore Advent. I have opened it. There's no spoilers when I open the top of the box, so I'm going to open it and show you. She typed up a note about the Advent. You get a bookmark with a ruler. It has a Kitchener stitch on there. It has all of her information. I think she still has some of these on sale. So when I opened it, let's see, this is what you have inside. I think the first one is this one. I'm pretty sure this is the project bag, and then everything else is in a cute little bag, all sealed up, ready to go for that day. So I will be transferring this into a cute box, a little basket I have for my Advents. So I have that. And that is all I got in the mail. I have my Mama Jess Knits for Sundays coming. It should be here in a couple of days. And then I need to send out my yarn swap I'm doing with someone who contacted me on Instagram. I think that's all the Advents I have for this year, or I'm going to be doing for this year. Yeah, I do have my Shire sock set for November ordered. I have my December Mama Jess ordered. I think my November Mama Jess should be coming, or did I get that last time? I don't remember. So I do have those on the way. So with 2 Advents, this was 100 grams skein split in 2 plus a 20 gram mini, so 120 grams, 100 grams plus, I'm gonna have to count that, I think it goes all the way, yes, all the way to 25, so there's 24 minis. Let's do some math right now. 24 times 20, 480 grams in the Advent, plus 100, oops, 700 grams in for this week, and 69 grams out. So I am positive for the month so far. Let's see what I can get done. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment bar below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, and if you want to hype my video, that would also help out to reach more people. This little channel is growing, and I appreciate every single one of you. I look forward to your comments every week. There's a few of you that comment every week, and I really enjoy getting those. If you've made it this far to the end of the video, leave me a little turkey emoji. And let me know if you're going to be staying home or traveling for Thanksgiving. I usually stay home and I cook dinner for the three of us. That has just become our little tradition. My mom lives here, my husband's family lives here, but we just kind of do our own thing on Thanksgiving. I think I'm kind of a control freak in that way. I want to make my own food. I want it to be at my own house. I want to be home. But I enjoy it. I make us a little dinner with turkey and stuffing and potatoes and rolls, a couple little snacky things, and we don't have to leave the house, which is my favorite part. And then I get to knit all day too. So anyway, until next week, happy knitting.